Rasheer Fleming, good basketball player, not a top American.
No.
Celtics were considering selecting him at 32. He went instead at 31, trade up the board for Rasheer Fleming at a St. Joe's, and the Celtics immediately traded out for 4 second-round picks.
They say, speaking of Americans, the Celtics were opposed to that in the draft. They said, no thanks.
True. They
not
were
for us.
not
Thank you very much.
very patriotic.
No,
1 week out of the 4th of July. That's true. We'll get to the Celtics, their big moves. What exactly went down last night? I'm confused. If you like Rasheer Fleming so much, maybe take him at 28. That would be my advice to the Celtics.
I guess they like Hugo.
I guess they like Hugo and his
Hugo Gonzalez.
3.5 points per game, riding pine behind Gershon Yabusele.
Got to start somewhere.
At Real Madrid.
Yep, and Dennis Smith Jr.,
I can't tell you how many people sent me messages like, oh, he was top 5 on John Giavoni's list in June of 2024. I'm like, what do I care about that?
Yeah, then a whole season played out, and he got drafted 28th.
Then he went 28th in the draft. If he's a top 5 guy, he would have gone in, I don't know, maybe the top 5.
Yeah.
I also got messages about, don't you understand that basketball in Spain is higher level than college hoops? I'm like, well, the 27 teams that went before him disagree. Yeah. So I don't really understand the blowback.
No, I know there's a lot of projection, and I'm aware that there's a lot of young guys that play in Europe that don't put up big stats and then eventually do put up big stats. But it is still alarming when you see guys with very little production, and then you're like, it just also goes to show how far away it's going to be. Like, we were talking about what we think, whether the starting lineup or even the rotation for the Celtics might look like next year.
Right,
I don't think
guys to contribute right now.
Yes. I don't think you're going to take a guy who scored less than 4 points a game for Real Madrid, and he's going to come in and light it up for the Celtics, or even forget light it up, just be a contributor.
Again, he might be a good player. That's not really my criticism. I'm just saying, if they liked Rasheer Fleming so much, maybe take him at 28. They traded out for 4 picks immediately. They were took the night off, I should say. I took the night off when I saw they traded the pick. I'm like, I'm not sticking around for pick 46 or whatever it was. They took a big out of Kentucky. They took a shooter out of VCU. They have more future second-round picks. That's what they did last night. It's just they sounded all hot and bothered for this player from St. Joe's. So I don't know. Maybe take him at 28 instead of the project from Spain. But what do I know? Our full top 5 Friday graphic is up at Jones and Keefe. And Terp, if you're listening, he's not here today. Terp is working from home, or at least he's working, unlike Wiggy.
What happened there?
I actually don't know.
I don't really understand. I heard them talking about it, but I don't even really know.
Yeah, I was more confused than anything. But
is Shime going to get on that greasy pole or no? There's been a lot of discussion about that.
I don't have an answer to that either. I think Shime bit off more than he could chew with that. I'm guessing, knowing Shime. Yeah. Similar to the match, he probably talked a big game, didn't think it would actually happen. Oh, yeah, Greg, I could beat you in golf. Didn't think it would actually happen. Came back to bite him. I'm guessing this greasy pole thing is exactly the same.
And he's like, this isn't going to happen. I don't have to worry about it.
Greg
and now people are like, well, we're going to get this to happen.
Greg said this morning there was a guy who couldn't do it, who was offering Shime his spot, and the guy had broken ribs on the greasy pole. I'm like, what? Shime,
I don't love that.
Shime, what are you doing?
No, I don't love that.
Tap out. Quit. Don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
But is he doing it? The real answer is I don't know. But the graphic is up at Jones and Keefe. Top 5 Friday, all-time Americans. And it really couldn't be a more perfect graphic.
No, well done, Terp.
Terp, an absolute grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Jones and Keefe and check that out. I have one omission that I'm really upset that I didn't think of. It's Jack Bauer on the text line.
Yeah, see, I wasn't a 24 guy, but
if you were, though,
sense.
you'd be like, well, you'd be kicking yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Like I'm kicking myself. I don't know who I'd take out, though.
That's the problem. You got a really strong list.
Taft,
Randy Quaid, maybe Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, maybe Kim Kardashian.
All right.
Who else? We got a lot of Chuck Norris, Michael Phelps, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I thought you were going to have... Hulk Hogan and Rocky were two that I kind of thought you might have.
Hulk Hogan makes a lot of sense. It's been sort of a downward dip for him, where Kurt Angle. I decided to only have one wrestler on my list, and so I took the guy that actually also wrestled in the Olympics.
Kurt Angle. Got it. Yeah, tiebreaker there.
Yeah.
Nice. While we're on the topic, and then we'll get to the Celtics, Mark in Medford has some top Americans. Hello, Mark.
I actually have 3 if I'm allowed.
Okay, well, it is a top 5, but so you're definitely allowed 3. If you can come up with 2 more on the fly, go for it.
The whole 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team.
Well, that's way more than 5. That's now a top 20.
Put that as 1. Number 2, the original Superman from the movie, Christopher Reeves.
Sure.
He's from Krypton.
And number 3 is not a human. Secretariat.
Superman also not a human.
I mean, Secretariat, I guess I'll give you.
So Mark has...
Born in the States,
Mark
least,
has
right?
20 hockey players, 1 alien, and 1 horse.
you take it seriously, please?
America.
Yeah, seriously. It's not a joking matter, this list.
I mean,
What's wrong
Superman
with you?
grew up in Kansas, but
Yeah.
like for sure a Kryptonian.
Yeah. Grow up, Mark.
We're not doing that.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, Secretariat.
This is not a list for mocking. These are the top 5 all-time. I like how Terp added, I think he took liberty with this by saying all-time Americans, but I think it really works.
It is.
These are the top 5 all-time Americans, living, dead, maybe a little bit of both. This is what it is.
I did consider Lex Luger as well.
You
The
did.
wrestler, yeah. As somebody points out on, actually they just tweeted at us too. He was, I think, the first guy to slam Yokozuna. No joke. There's no joke because Yokozuna is just wreaking havoc on the
On July 4th, on a U.S. aircraft carrier.
Yeah, and that is,
Oh my God,
that's a win for America.
That's the
right
most American thing
there.
ever.
Yeah. You want to
Wearing the stars and stripes while he's doing it.
You want to send a message to the world.
on his keister.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know.
He just couldn't really be the face of the whole situation, but that was a really good moment in time.
Yeah. Forget about bunker
Couldn't put the
busters.
strap on him though.
Forget about bunker busters. You slam Yokozuna on an
On a
American aircraft carrier
Yeah.
in the Stars and Stripes.
Yes.
That's how you rule peacefully through force. That's how you do that.
Yeah. Where on the USS Intrepid?
Rock flag and eagle.
Indeed. Couldn't have said it better myself, Charlie Kelly. 617-779-7937. We'll continue to take your submissions in honor of the 4th of July. We're not going to be on the 4th of July.
No.
Red Sox will
We're
be.
going to be celebrating this great country of ours, though.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
we're going to be doing.
we'll be doing that in many different ways.
Yep.
That's true. So we wanted to get in front of this before next Top 5 Friday. We have a Friday 4-pack on the way, about 20 minutes from now. 4-pack of questions for you. We also have some emerging beefs, plural.
Yeah, how about this?
It is Perk v. Bill Simmons and Jordan v. Linda. That's more of a continuing beef.
Got it. So you can say basketball and football adjacent.
Yeah, adjacent beefs. Yeah, right around them. So we'll
I'm
get to
in for
those
that.
coming up. Let's get to the actual basketball team, though, Keefe. I was talking about this before.
Yeah.
Last night was just perplexing to me. I'm not even saying it's a bad move to trade out of 32 and get a bunch of future second-round picks. I don't really think it matters. But last night was weird. The guy they wanted goes at 31, Rasheer Fleming, who I don't pretend to know at all from St. Joe's. I don't watch a lot of St. Joe's.
No.
But apparently they want him. They were all horny for Rasheer Fleming. They could have had him at 28. They didn't take him. They took the project from Spain. They trade out. They take a bunch of second-round picks. I would just say last night to me was confusing, perplexing. That's how I would describe that.
Yeah, I agree. First of all, just as an aside, I don't love the fact that it's on 2 nights. I'd rather they just put the whole draft together, but whatever, here we are. It's a 2-night affair. And so early on, you're like, here we go. The Celtics have an early second-round pick. And so if you didn't think you knew a lot of the guys from the first round, guess what? You probably know even less guys in the second round.
I didn't know many.
No, so you go through the prospect, and obviously I was skimming through like best available, and we were talking about two of the
Kalkbrenner went right after him.
Kalkbrenner did.
My guy Janai Broom went right after him.
Yeah, Broom, another one. The big guy from Stanford. We're going into it. We were looking at it and saying, all right, they could get one of these guys. They can walk away with a center, and then right off the rip,
Brenner from Creighton.
Good thing we don't have to hear Terp say that.
Yeah,
anymore.
he went.
We'd lose our
34.
SEC license.
But it was funny though, just knowing that the Celtics were picking at 32, and right off the rip, there's a trade up to 31. You're like, oh, they must have sniffed out that they wanted this guy, and so they went and got him, and then the Celtics kind of trade down from there. But yeah, I don't really look at this draft class because of where they were picking as one that we're really going to see much of. I mean, look at the last few years. It's been like Baylor Shireman and Jordan Walsh and J.D. Davidson and guys sort of like that picked in those spots that I'm not ruling them out long term. I mean, you'd be crazy to do that. But for the 2025-2026 Jason Tatum lists Boston Celtics, you didn't really do anything last night to help you.
No. Now, Mike Zarren, who is like the chief analytics guy with the Celtics. I can get you his exact title in a moment. He might be an assistant GM. I don't know what his exact title is.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But big analytics guy. Spoke after the second round last night. This is similar to the Patriots. You know, Belichick, Vrabel, whatever. They'll talk night one, and then you get all the way down to the Matt Groves of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so he spoke last night after the draft. He was asked about the idea of the Celtics making a big move. Jaylen Brown, Derrick White, and, well, he kind of scoffed at it.
Those two guys are really, really great NBA players, and there hasn't been anything close to serious about trading them. And so I'm not sure where all this reporting came from, but those guys are key parts of our team, and we're lucky to have them here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I choose to believe that too. Like I think, especially because they were able to move on from the contracts of Porzingis and Holiday as quickly as they did, and they still have, if they want, Hauser's contract to get out of. You and I both want them to keep Simons, but Simons is way more likely to get traded than either White or Brown.
Right.
Because I just feel like you do have a season to play. I'm not of the tank, right? Like Wiggy wants them to tank the whole season. I'm not of that mindset. Plus, when Tatum returns, this is what you're always going to be thinking about. When Tatum returns, do you want him playing with Jaylen Brown and Derrick White, or do you want him playing with a whole new cast? And if your answer is the whole new cast, like, you better tell me who they are. Like, it better be guys that can team up with Tatum right away and be really good. And I'm just not sure you can do better than Brown and White right now.
Me neither. So, look, they could still move Hauser. They could still flip Simons. I would be fine with the first. I would be against the second. I don't think Jaylen Brown and Derrick White are going anywhere. By the way, he said nothing became close to getting done, like anything we were going to entertain, or however he worded it. But he definitely didn't shoot down the idea that teams are calling about those guys.
100%.
Like there was no shooting. Like he's like, we would never even take a call. He's like, no, we took calls. Nothing got close, but we took calls, and he pretty much confirmed.
Well,
it.
the Porzingis trade was a 3-team deal, right? So you're automatically talking to 2 teams right there. Holiday got traded to another team, so those are 3 teams right there that you know that Brad Stevens had to talk to. You don't think any of those 3 teams were like, what would it take for Brown? What would it take for White? And then maybe they discussed that and they realized, it doesn't really work out. But like, can I interest you in a Porzingis? And they're like, sure. And then that's what it ends up being.
617-779-7937. Texts continue to roll in for top 5 Americans. Do we mention Al Bundy? We mentioned
good one.
A lot of people like Al Bundy.
Al Bundy makes sense. Great
Mention
American.
Al Bundy.
4 touchdowns, 1 game.
Yeah, I mean,
Polk high.
pop him into like a similar boat with Tim the Toolman Taylor. I think that's a great one.
Yeah.
We were talking about Rocky briefly. Rocky did single-handedly change communist USSR with his boxing match.
I
That's
really
true.
strongly considered Rocky Balboa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a tough omission.
He was very much up there.
I think most people might maybe furrow their brow at this one. I think this is a great one. How about Colonel Nathan R. Jessup? He was trying to save America. Really?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise weakened America that day is really what he did.
He was a little aggressive, though, on the stand.
Well,
a little too aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Trying to get his point across.
Things you want to do to Tom Cruise's skull,
Yeah.
we definitely can't say on these airwaves.
No,
but I
thanks.
actually think that's a great one. Nathan R. Jessup was an American through and through.
Ooh, good one on the Twitch chat. Rambo.
That's a good one.
Rambo should have been on there.
Yeah.
Super American.
Maybe the most.
Yeah.
And we also got this. Russell from Independence Day is an outstanding choice, Jones. You were actually half right.
Oh.
In the original ending, he did fly his crop duster.
That's what you were thinking
in
of.
the spaceship. Yeah, I was thinking
you
of
were
the
thinking of the
original.
original.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I'm not like all of you who went to see it in theaters
You
and
saw
watched
the
it on
first
TV.
cut.
I saw the
Yeah.
original director's cut.
That makes sense.
And it was a crop duster.
He was
in
on
that
set.
one. Yeah, I was there.
With his guy, Randy Quaid, who he has as the second best American.
I'm still laughing at just number 2, Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid.
What's Randy Quaid up to now, Jones?
You were telling me, where is he? Is he on the lam in Canada?
I think he was trying to
might
get
have
on the
fleed.
lam into Canada. I don't know if he actually made it.
He
or
loves
not.
America so much he's in Canada.
He now looks like the hermit from Yogi Bear's First Christmas, the guy that used to live in the cave up there. He looks a lot like that guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood we can get on Randy Quaid's radar with this graphic today? You think high?
Depends. He might be way off the grid now. It might be impossible.
he's
But
gone
if
dark?
you were on there, he strikes me as the guy that
You
would
think
be
pretty high?
searching his name out. So,
All right, good. Let's
yeah.
try to get that. Let's try to get that on his radar. In the meantime, you want to take more of these calls?
I do.
I like where these are going.
I do.
Dave's in the car. Your top Americans, Dave. Go ahead.
Hey guys, great show. How one you guys are forgetting? I can't believe it. It's Bruce Willis in Armageddon.
Bruce Willis.
This is
He
another
saved
one.
the world.
Kathleen Jones also nominated that to me. I shot that one down. Yeah.
So that's almost. I give you credit, obviously, for saving the world. Super important, but that's like a world thing too. That's a great person.
Well,
but specific to being an American.
this is why Randy Quaid is so brilliant.
Yeah.
is because it was on the 4th of July, Keefe. I mean,
get it.
that was
get it.
it's America's birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, what day did Bruce Willis do it? Do you even know?
I don't.
Yeah,
Off the top of
I
my head, I
don't.
don't. But like Captain America would do, he would represent America. He would defend the land here in the United States. He would also go to outer space if need be. He was kind of everywhere.
No, it's fair. That's a good point. Yeah.
Apparently, you can find Randy Quaid at the Mississippi Comic-Con.
Oh,
He's
hell
there
yeah.
for all 3 days. You can get an autograph for $100. Selfies are $80, and a professional photo op $125.
like a cameo. From,
Professional photo is an extra 40 than just the regular photo.
You can also buy an autograph and selfie combo for $140.
give me a cameo rate on Randy Quaid, could you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Get to the bottom of that. In the meantime, this is Beamy in Pawtucket. Hello, Beamy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
All right. Got a top 5 here, man. It's being overlooked, man. This guy single-handedly stopped the alien invasion. Roddy Piper, man, and they lived, man. If it wasn't for him, we'd be invaded by aliens right now that we could only see through sunglasses.
This is a great point.
Well, here's the one issue I would have with
I've
that
never
is
seen that film, but I am aware of it. But I've never seen
this
it.
is where we get into the issue of the character versus the person. So Roddy Piper,
Canadian.
yeah, can't be on my list.
What's that?
Can't be on my list.
What's his name? Well, soon it could be though. If you give it like 6 months, it could be.
That's true.
Yeah.
Once it becomes America North, then fine.
Then it's in. But what was the character's name in that film? That's the I'm All Out of Bubblegum, right? That's that film. They Live.
Yeah, he was John Nada,
and he was American in that.
Yeah, I guess.
So I think if you went with John Nada, you're good. But if you go with Roddy Piper, that's tough.
Yeah, he was a homeless man in L.A. So yeah, that would be.
No
American.
Randy Quaid on Cameo.
Damn it.
Not on there.
That's a loss.
It feels like he would be on Cameo. Maybe he's got those residuals. He's doing all right. He's doing a lot of
He
films.
doesn't need cameo.
He's in Independence Day.
He's the second greatest American living or dead. He doesn't
National
need cameo.
Lampoon's Vacation.
Got that Kingpin money.
Yeah.
And Kingpin money, right.
What a stupid suggestion by me.
Good point.
Andy's in Framingham. Hello, Andy.
Yeah, hey guys, I'd have to go with Kiefer Sutherland. Saved a number of American presidents.
Yeah,
and
Jack Bauer. Great one.
Good point.
Jack Bauer is a real oversight on my. If you never saw 24, I get how you missed it.
But I'm very well aware of it.
That's a real significant miss on my end. Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
Another submission that we've gotten, and I would have to agree.
Is it the top text? Because this is a good one. Go ahead.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, I mentioned that briefly.
You did?
'cause
Sorry.
We got a
Yeah.
flood of those.
Yeah.
What about MacGruber?
Oh, damn.
I got another one for you.
Yeah? MacGruber's a good one. That's on you, kid.
I'm the most mad now. I didn't think of
I was
MacGruber.
pretty mad about Jack Bauer. You're very mad about MacGruber. What do you got over there?
Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell's good. The King of Kong.
The King of Kong.
Always wore an American flag tie.
Why was I thinking of the pitch man? Who's the
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays here.
R.I.P.
Still, yeah.
Well,
no,
if you
I
say
mean, look,
Chuck Norris-
greatest American living or dead.
Okay, gotcha.
You saying Chuck Norris reminded me Ted Johnson.
Ted Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Could be Ted Johnson.
if WEAI was voting, it would
for
just
sure
be
would
5
have
Ted
him up there.
Johnsons. Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true. That's a good point.
MacGruber's a good one.
Damn it.
I'm real mad.
All right. Well, look,
This should have been a top 10. This is our mistake. It should have been a top 10.
we
Tuesday.
limited ourselves by doing it on a top 5 Friday. We definitely should have done it on a top 10 Tuesday. It couldn't have fit on a Mount Rushmore Monday. I mean, there's no chance we could have done 4 of these.
No, God, no.
No, way too cramped.
Please.
God forbid we had to tier them.
Yeah. Oh, damn it,
Billy.
No. We should have
Billy?
tiered
We
Americans.
should have tiered Americans.
Man, that was
The
what we
best
should
and
have
the
done.
worst Americans.
I mean, we still can.
I guess we
All
can.
right, that's
yeah.
true.
That's true.
Tuesday, you're up. 617-779-7937. We have some, as Keefe put it, a basketball tangent
Yes.
and a football tangent beef.
Yeah.
Linda Holiday v. Jordan and Perk v. Bill Simmons. We'll get to